Are you running around your customer's yard like this? Why? Why don't you just take a breather and set your truck up so that you don't have to rely on running for efficiency? You can have an efficient setup in your truck. You can take a breather. You can save the cardio for the gym.
So here is what our truck setup looks like. It still kind of looks like a jumbled mess, but it makes sense for us, and this is far better than it was before, and it's mainly because of this decked drawer system, but I'll get into it. First, when we're setting up for water fed, what we do is, here's our pump. We pull this out, we set it right here. What's nice is I can still access this drawer, or one of your guys can still access that drawer if they need to. And then here we have a couple buckets for our boabs, for our belts, extra squeegees, mops. We have our brushes up here on the side. You always want to hang your brushes, especially these boar hair ones. We love boar's hair. I love boar's hair. But if they're getting matched into a drawer or something, the bristles are gonna get messed up and ruin them. Maybe not ruin them, but I'm a little particular, let's just say. What I did was I got these fittings from WCR, these pressure fittings. This is for the inlet that goes to the Zero Pure. This is the bypass. What I'll do is I'll just kind of shut our door down on that. Then here's our garden hose. See, this is another inefficiency. This could be on a reel, but it's not. And then I have a pressure fitting for it. And then you would unravel it, go to the source, right? Here is the Zero screen cleaner. And literally this whole water fed setup, it's set up in, but by yourself, it's set up in less than 10 minutes. I'm not running, I'm not having to stress out or do this really fast. I mean, you can obviously make it faster with a couple more reels and such like that. Then this whole drawer is all our water fed stuff. So here's an extension cord for the pump, and then here's a reel right here with a high flow hose. Hook that there, and literally just start unraveling. I'm only going to here for the sake of the video. Then I've got my destroyer here, and I've got both of my Zero micros down here. Here's the micro 2.0. In here I've got my adapter. Go ahead and grab my brush. Let's pick my brush of choice. Get that on there. Pull this through. Grab my mag scrubber. Then in here, all of our trad equipment. Here's some steel wool, mag scrubber, rubber cutter. We'll grab this piece of steel wool for the sake of the video. Slap this right on there. Boo boo. And show you guys what's in here. So blades, scraper blades, more mag scrubbers, trad tips, adapters, squeegee handles. In here it's kind of a jumbled mess, but we have a Zero J2, some back flips, some mop sleeves, some extra channels, ledgers, etc. So everything trad in that drawer, everything water fed in that drawer. And then we put our buckets. We got a couple buckets on this side, a bucket up there with our rags and another belt. Same thing over here, rags, belt setup, cooler, step stool. And another inefficiency with our truck setup is our poles. What I really like to do is mount them to the roof. That would free up some space too, make things a little more clean. One thing I forgot to mention, we have a little garbage can. To talk more about this pump, this is bought off of Amazon. It's called a water transfer pump or a wastewater pump, something like that. So this pump is set up for after the filtration system. Here's the inlet. This will go to the inlet. If you get a pure system, it's marked and you'll be able to see it. This is the outlet. And then of course, this is the inlet to the pump right here. This is the outlet to the pump. You can get Y adapter from Amazon, from Home Depot, parts stores, they all have them. And then you get your water fed valves. You just put them right here. You can turn off these valves here, or turn them off there, or turn them off just on the valve itself. And if you had the pump set up before the system, which is fine too, which I guess is the common practice with it, you would then just put the Y adapter on this piece here. That's the only difference. So you'd put the pump after this, after the garden hose, and then you would put the Y on here. That's the only difference that you would do if you prefer to have it run before. I've had no issues running the pump after, so it's all a matter of preference, I guess, there too. If you want to go crazy, maybe you put a pump before and a pump after, and then who knows how, and then you're really sucking the water up out of the source. But that's pretty much it. Screen cleaner attached to the bypass. You're off and running in 10 minutes. So if you like this setup, I am getting an affiliate link for the decked drawer system. If you can't wait to get your decked drawer system, I don't blame you. Go ahead and get one. But in my Linktree shop, you can get all of this stuff. You can get the Zero Screen Cleaner. This pump is on Amazon. The Zero Pure, which is just hiding underneath here. Beautiful. If you have any questions about my setup, please just shoot me a DM and I'll answer whatever questions you have.